We're in Dubai, in Movenpick Hotel, Jumeirah Beach. And next to me, I have the general manager of the hotel, Mr. Michael Goetz. Thank you for being with me, first of all.
Thank you for having me, Theo. Great to have you here.
I was checking about your hotel before we have this discussion, and I was very much amazed by the focus you are giving on the sustainability strategies and issues that you have in the hotel. And it's not just initiatives, you measure it, you monitor it.
Correct.
And I would like you to tell me a little bit more about this.
Well, I think it's part of the DNA of Movenpick and of Accor to do the right thing, to look at what the impact is of our properties on the environment, on the local communities in which we operate the hotels. And that has been always the case. I have been working for Movenpick for 14 years in total. And that is always something that was at the heart of things we were doing. We were always making sure that we were affiliated to an orphanage, to a school, to people of determination, as we call them. It was always important to us that we were part of a community. We would always ask, what would be missing in the community if this hotel was not there? Okay. It was one of the key questions that we were asking ourselves. And that is a long time before it became so fashionable and everybody was talking about it. Mm-hmm. We were always, as Movenpick hotels, always certified by Green Globe. That was a must-do.
I saw that you have the Green Globe labels 11 times already, 11 years or
yes,
even more?
Since the opening of the hotel.
Okay.
And we are very proud. Since the opening of the hotel, every single year, good year, bad year, it was always audited by Green Globe. And we are one out of 2 hotels in the whole of the Middle East that has the platinum certification on Green Globe.
That's impressive.
We have also been labeled one of the top 100 hotels in the world when it comes to ESG. We are very proud of that.
Sometimes they say that follow sustainability initiatives is not always financially feasible. Can create more expenses sometimes, and not always you get the money you invest back. But as you said, for you, it was never like that.
I think it's important to understand it is true. And at times it costs us more money. Mm-hmm. In the P&L it may sometimes, it's not necessarily cost optimization measures that we are doing when we speak about ESG. Mm-hmm. It's really about doing the right thing for the local community, for the environment, for the local economy. At times it would be much cheaper to buy imported food products, for example, and fly them in from other countries.
Absolutely.
But we don't do that. We don't do that. We also have our own water bottling plant, for example, in the hotel. We are bottling our own water. Yes, it would be cheaper to buy water bottles, but we don't want to do that. We want to do the right thing.
If I'm not wrong, is 90% of the products you use are locally
correct
produced?
Yes, yes. We are very proud of that, and we are continuing to increase that.
Great. And I know some of the initiatives, they are cost effective because you use also technology, AI technology to manage your waste.
Yes.
How this works?
We are working with a partner called Winnow. Mm-hmm. And Winnow is actually an AI tool that is measuring and scanning all of the food waste that we have in the hotel. Okay. And basically it has really helped us to decrease the food waste. But it's not only about food waste, it's also about sensibilizing the entire team in the hotel, but also sensibilizing the guest when it comes to food waste. So we are not only looking at food waste, we are also looking into how do we source our suppliers, how do we do the purchasing, how do we serve the food. Basically, we are moving away, we have hardly any buffets. We prefer to really sell to the guest set menus, freshly produced local food, which is cooked in front of the guest. That is something that is very important to Accor and to Movenpick. It also ensures highest levels of quality standards. And then it comes to, of course, also measuring the food waste that we produce. And by doing all these things, we are getting savings of about 20 to 25% when we compare that to the baseline that we have drawn.
Which is above the average, if I'm not wrong, huh?
It's above the average, yes.
And all these initiatives, how they are visible to your guests, how your guests perceive your
the
efforts?
guests, we communicate. We communicate with the guests. Basically, we show the guest. We basically tell the guest that the foods are locally sourced, the meat is and the fish is locally sourced. We tell it to them. And what we also do is basically we measure and we show the carbon footprint on our menus. So when you go to our menus, which are electronic menus, not paper printed menus, we are working with a company called Climato. And you will see on each of the items what is the carbon footprint of that food item. So that helps the guests really to make conscious choices when it comes to choosing their
So they can
foods.
select the menu also according to the carbon footprint of the menu.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
And that's this whole sensibilization which is so important, right? It starts in a staff housing with the employees. We call them artists at Accor. But it is also very much about the guest and sensibilizing the guest.
You mentioned about your staff and your employees. I also wanted to ask you about what kind of initiatives, sustainable initiatives you have for your employees, and how this, because I know you do something, and how this affect their, let's say, satisfaction of working with this hotel or retain them. And
yes. What we see is that, employees, especially in hotels, they don't just want to do a job, and we don't want them to just do a job. We want our employees to work by heart. We say at Accor, hospitality is a work of heart.
Absolutely.
And this is why I like the company so much. And what we do is, we look incredibly much into the welfare of the employees. We have created green spaces in the staff village. We have a staff village where all the employees are living. We really encourage them to live a healthy lifestyle. We make sure that they have a gym. We take them out for hikes on a regular basis. We do salsa classes with them. We have a weekly competition on how many steps every employee is doing and who is the winner of that. The HR department is heavily involved into a health week in the moment. So basically we are bringing doctors, we are bringing nutritionists, we are bringing people who are supporting with preventive health checks, vaccinations, screenings, all these things. So there's, as a GM, I think there's two things which are really important to run a successful operation. It's, first of all, healthy, happy, loyal, totally committed employees, artists, and it's making sure that the impact that you have on your community, on your environment, is as sustainable as it can be. So basically, employees feel that they do the right thing by working for you, because this alignment, especially the younger generations entering the job market right now, they want to identify with their companies, right? They want a complete alignment of their values and the values of their employer. This is super, super important for them. And the same goes for the guests. Guests choose nowadays, they don't choose a hotel. They buy an experience, right? They want this local immersion. They want to know that what they are doing when they come to a hotel is the right thing.
How this policy that you have towards sustainability, all these initiatives you take, affect your commercial policy, your pricing, or do you see that you manage to attract more environmental friendly, let's say, conscious travelers?
Yes, very much.
Okay.
Yes, people like what we do. People like us for that. It feels good to the guest to stay with us, because they know that they do something good for the local economy, for the local ecology. So what we really see is that since we have implemented all these measures and really also focused on communicating very well with the guests, telling them what we do, we have greatly increased the guest satisfaction. We have always been just about 90.
Okay.
We are now just above 95.
Okay, that's great.
So people like that, and they tell you when you also the big companies, right? These big European companies, American companies, Middle Eastern companies, they are looking into that. When they choose hotels, they start to look into that. Banks look into that. So it has become a unique selling point. It helps us to be ahead of the curve, to be better than the competition. And it is a criteria of choice for the guest, but also for talent looking forward.
Speaking about talent, I suppose that what globally is happening with the lack of talent in the hospitality industry doesn't affect you at all, eh?
No, we have. No, I think it's if you're good with your people.
Uh-huh.
And this is where it all starts, right? At the heart of everything we do at Accor and at Movenpick is we have to look after our artists. So if you're a good employer, if you build good future for your employees, if they know that this is a responsible company, they will stay with you. It's like a magnet, right? You have good employees, and they will know other good employees. So people want to work for us, which is nice, and we change lives. Speaking about the employees, we have fantastic employees. We have partnered up. We have strategic partnerships. For example, we have Evolving Women. Evolving Women is an association that works with women from Africa, from underprivileged backgrounds. So we have now 8 artists from this association who are doing a brilliant job. So we are, as I say, we are changing lives. One of the ladies is even not working. She was so good. She's not working for the hotel anymore. She is working for the head office and so for the Sofitel.
I already
group.
noticed the quality level of the service that your staff is providing. You know, it's all of them. They are, as you said, they are offering from their heart.
Yes,
you can see that on the way they behave.
You know, Dubai is doing a digital reputation score, so they take all the scores which are out there on all of these platforms, and we have a digital reputation score of 9.6. That means an average satisfaction of 96%, and there's about 950 hotels in Dubai, and that ranks us within the top 50 hotels in the whole of Dubai.
Right,
and there's a few very good properties.
Right.
So we are very proud of that. But as I said, it all starts with the employees, with the happiness of the employees, and with the well-being of the employees, with being responsible. We have started to hire also employees of determination into the team, something that we started about a year ago with very positive feedback.
So people were always the number one in hospitality, but now technology is coming also very rapidly, and digitalization of tourism services and hospitality services is coming, rapidly to our industry. So how you use technology yourself?
We use it a lot. We are a very modern company, but I think and technology and AI helps us to further engage with the guest, to know our guests better, to create more loyalty, to make sure that not only in my hotel we know the guest as well as we can, but that when he goes to any of the other 6,000 hotels in Accor, they know their preferences as well. So we can really sell to the guest the right hotel, the right product, the right service at the right point in time. We can ease the check-in process, and then when during their stay, we can really tailor-make the offering, the services that we propose, so we can further increase the quality and further increase the loyalty, generate repeat business, and make sure that they come back and they don't leave us. And that's why the guests like us. But I think one more thing when we talk about AI. I think the most important thing is it is a tool that we always use to help our employees. It's not for replacing the employees. It's just repetitive tasks. Sometimes we can delegate it, outsource it to technology. But I think we should never forget and must never forget that at the heart of everything we do is the employee and not the technology. The technology is just something that helps our employees to do their job a little bit better.
Well, what is the mix of your customers, of your guests?
We have a very healthy mix actually between first of all between leisure guests and business guests. The hotel is doing also a lot of meetings and a lot of corporate travel. Corporate travelers like us for the reasons we have been discussing. And we have a very healthy mix of a lot of nationalities. I mean, and again, it's the same in the heart of the house. So in the hotel, we have about 36 nationalities here when we talk about the employee mix, and also when we talk about the guest mix. Basically, we have a very healthy mix from various nationalities. We never want to depend too much on one nationality, and we don't want to be too much of a German, English, French, Asian hotel. We love this international mix actually.
Great. So the hotel is located in one of the most popular destinations here in Dubai, which is the Jumeirah beach.
Yes.
14 years ago, there were not so much competition, but now there are plenty. So how you position yourself, how you differentiate to maintain your market share with so much competition around you?
Well, first of all, we really focus on being best in class on everything we do. Best in class when it comes to being an employer, but also best in class when it comes to eco certification, ESG. Then being best in class when it comes to guest satisfaction. We spoke about that. We are one of the top 50 hotels in Dubai. And then we are not selling hotel rooms. We are selling experiences, right? What we really do, we sell these immersive local experiences, culinary experiences, but also offering the guests to explore the local Dubai culture. And this is what guests are really looking for nowadays. So we can say that the vision is that we are not only a hotel, we are a platform for meaningful, conscious travel. This is what we really want to achieve, not only selling a hotel room.
So last but not least, I will ask you to check your crystal ball.
Yes.
And look into the future and tell us what you think is the future will bring in guest satisfaction, guest experience, and how the hotel is going to apply.
I think guests are increasingly looking for purpose-driven travel. I think there will be a strong demand for eco-certified hotels. I think digital personalization will play a big role. And I think guests are really going to look for immersive local experiences. For us, what we do is we heavily invest into energy saving measures. We are just in the process of installing state-of-the-art technology in all the guest rooms to save kWh consumption by more than 10%. GRMS system, we call it. We are also installing a new system to heat the hot water of the hotel. So all the hot water will be generated by solar only. So no more gas, no more electricity at all for hot water. And then we are working to expand basically the plant-based menu options, and we are working on deepening the ties that we have with the local community here in Dubai. So our vision on the long run is really to become not just a hotel, but to really become a platform for meaningful, conscious travel moving forward.
That's a very good way to finish this discussion. And thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Theo. Thank you so much.